Welcome back to the channel, everyone, and today we'll be watching a brand new series. Well, new is a relative term. This one's called Dad, Act 1. I couldn't find the original set, so I did find someone who re-uploaded it, and we're going to watch that one. So I'm going to have two links. I'm going to have a link to the original creator's channel, where they're kind of like all spread out at random on the page, and then I'm also gonna have a link to the uploader, and you guys can do whatever you want with that. But yeah, we're gonna check it out. This was a request from another user, so yeah, we'll get into it. It already looks like dreary as heck. And are those bullet holes on the door, or just like dirt? This guy looks familiar. Like, was he in an actual TV show, or is he just some random like creator that looks like another similar actor?
Dad feels awake and ready for work. Okay, now let's see. I've got my briefcase, computer, calculator, pen, paper, coffee cup, and eternal dedication to the corporation.
Oh yeah, that sounds about right. Corporate work sounds great when you first started out. You're like, oh yeah, my first real job. And then you're like 6 months in, you're like, I guess I get money. 8 years later, oh my gosh, why is that wall starting to change a different color? I swear it was white when I first started here. Why is it like light yellow now? 8 years later, train new people. You're like, yeah, that wall was always black. Yeah.
Now I just need a kiss on the cheek from my loving wife to send me on my way. Cheryl?
This guy reminds me of Stanley Parable. Does this guy even have a wife?
Cheryl? Where could she be? Dad's always the first to leave. How will Dad make it through the day without love from wife?
You won't.
Okay, calm down.
Isn't that why unmarried guys tend to live like 5 years less than married ones, even though when you get into a marriage you run that risk of bitter divorce?
Let's think for a second. Dad'll just wait. But Dad can't wait. He'll be late for a job. What is going on here? How does Dad know if wife loves him without a kiss?
I wouldn't know if Dad is an actual dad, or if this guy is just like having like a mental crisis.
Oh boy, what a day. Dad sure is tired. Dad'll feel good once he gets a nice kiss on the cheek from his beautiful wife.
It's all video games now. Dad will feel great once he gets home, goes to his man cave, and plays video games without talking to anyone else for the next 4 hours.
I love you, Cheryl. I think boss really liked my presentation. Maybe I'll be promoted to executive worker. Then, when Dad has enough saved, he can quit and become.
I was gonna say he can put a pool in his backyard.
#1 YouTuber.
Remember, anyone who's starting a YouTube channel, you will be lucky to make a monthly income that keeps you above the poverty line.
Dad is already growing. One thing is for sure, I'm an executive dad for my loving family.
Yeah, that's fair. I wonder if anyone gives him the time of day.
Family, Dad's home. That doesn't sound like my family. That sounds like silence.
This is kind of like one of those guys that are like, yeah. It's like when they create like a narrative in their head, and they're like, yeah, this is my online personality, but then they start to believe it.
Wife? Daughter? Where did they go? Where's Dad's family?
I love his facial reactions and how they timed it perfectly with how this narrative works. This is great. It's not overly complicated. It's nice and easy, and it's kind of like a
family will.
It's kind of like I love the can of food there. No, we can't put any branding on here. We're gonna get in trouble. But no, just food. See, here's the thing though. Like, this is where it's kind of in my mind that he doesn't have a family. He has a long table, sure, but it only has 2 chairs. Why would he have only 2 chairs at his table if he has if he has a family?
We'll be home any minute, and we'll all sit down for dinner. Dad sure is hungry. I wonder where family is. Dinner tastes so much better when I'm surrounded by the ones I love. Maybe they went out to the restaurant? But why would they go without me? Does family not love Dad? Does anyone love Dad?
This is sad and funny at the same time. I really like the design and the setup. It's nice and, there's lots of basic nothing around it, so you can really focus on them. Oh.
Family?
There's a real person here. Wait, what? So it sounded like there was someone actually here, but they're like, they either showed up and they're like, we don't like you enough to actually cook for you, so here's a can of like beets, crushed it. It's like crushed beets in a can. Oh, he ate it. And it may have given him food poisoning. Oh, wait.
Mom, daughter, where have you been?
Hi, Dad. We went out to the restaurant because we thought you were working late tonight.
Okay, so they're real. Okay, that's it. That's good to know. I totally thought he was just crazy.
I didn't work late. I worked regular. What did you guys have to eat?
We had dinner and dessert. I had vegetables and fruit. Mom had sandwich and toffee. What did you have, Dad?
I had a can of food. It tasted horrible eating it alone.
That's nice, honey.
She's like, great, I don't give a shit.
I'm tired now. Good night, Mom and Dad.
I'm going to go read in bed. Don't stay up late, Dad.
But what about our nightly family chat? I wanted to tell you guys about True Value's great deals.
I mean, I do get it. Like when you come home from work and everything, and it like affects you a lot. Like you're like, man, I did great today at work. It was amazing. No one else actually cares. Like they're like, oh, okay, great. Now that's kind of what a lot of people like to hear. They just want to hear, yeah, I just want to be acknowledged. Is really what this is kind of about. But the problem is, usually it's always one person that like overrides the rest of the family, which happens a lot. So someone's like, I will tell you about my great day, blah, blah, blah. And they'll just keep talking about it. But then someone else is like, no, I want to tell you about my great day. And half the time, it really depends on the family. So you have someone in your family who's a narcissist. They're like, oh yeah, that was great, but here's what I did. So it just depends, Sometimes you get really great families. Sometimes you get families who don't care about anything. Sometimes you get a family that has that one narcissist in it where everything's about them at all times, and then everyone else kind of just drifts away from them, and they don't understand what the heck is going on. That's not what happens here, it looks like. It looks like just kind of everyone likes doing their own thing. And he's just like, well, no one likes me. Why did I even get married in the first place, right? I just wonder where the extra chair is supposed to be. They need 3 chairs here. Oh. Uh-oh. Rage. Was that a paper plate, though? Or did I don't know, it like flew off like way higher than it should have. It looked like. Okay, now I'm really confused. Ah. You know, they have those rooms where I live where if you get really pissed off, they're called rage rooms. If you get really pissed off, you can pay for like half an hour to bash everything in the room with a hammer. They're a lot of fun. To be fair, though, if this was like let's say this was a collectible or something, there are definitely a lot of parents out there who, when they feel like they're being ignored, they'll just go and grab something valuable from their kid's room or something and then break it, just because for their stress relief. I'm not saying that that's what he's doing, but a lot of not a lot, some parents will do that just so their family pays attention to them, and sometimes that's a problem because some people don't understand how collectibles work. There was a guy recently that we'll just say I know him, but he called me up and he freaked out at me because his nephew wanted to play with a toy at their house, but his son wouldn't let them play with any of their his Lego collection. And he's like, I don't understand. He's like, my son should have willingly let him open up one of his Lego packages. Does anyone know how much Legos cost, especially the ones that say 18 and up? Because they aren't for kids, they're collectibles. And he's like, he got so angry, and he said he's gonna sue me now. I'm like, yeah. I mean, maybe not. He'll maybe take you to small claims court. And he's like, yeah, but he's like, it's a Lego set. He's like, it's like $50. I'm like, which Lego set was it? It was like a $2,000 Lego set, brand new when the kid originally bought it. Guess how much it was now? It was one of those helmet ones. It's like a $6,000 set as the cheapest. And he's like, what? He's like, it's a toy. How could it be $6,000? I'm like, it's a collectible. I'm like, it's like collecting a baseball card. He's like, but those have tangible value. I'm like, so does anything else, you idiot. Anyway, he paid his kid the $6,000. I don't know if that relationship's fixed, but that nephew isn't allowed to go in that room. He put deadbolts on that room. Oh, I was like, he had a can of food. Why would you destroy a perfectly tasty pie? Looks like he's losing his mind. What the heck controller is this? So is this from like way back in like the 70s or something? Because I haven't seen one of those controllers since the TVs that were in like furniture pieces.
So many bills.
Oh, that's a calculator. Is that really a calculator? Am I that stupid? Don't answer that in the comments, please. Oh, actually, go ahead. I don't care. I guess that is a calculator. It didn't look like a calculator. It looked like one of those really old TV controllers from like the 70s. Well, maybe 80s. Probably the 80s. But yeah, a lot of controllers actually look like that. But yeah, that's a calculator. Huh.
So many bills. Dad feels bad. Family's been acting strange.
I don't know, maybe it's because you're being creepy, smashing pies and things with sledgehammers in the middle of the house. I'd avoid you as well.
Maybe it's just in Dad's head. Maybe Dad is just jumping to conclusions. Hey, daughter. Who are you talking to?
Griffin.
Is Griffin your boyfriend?
Dad?
What did I say?
Well, that's either a couple of options. Either she wants him to be, or he really wants her to be his girlfriend, and she just wants to stay in the friend zone. Or it's just embarrassment.
Hi, Cheryl. Who are you talking to?
Me? Diane. I'm talking to Diane. Hi, Diane.
I thought Diana and Abner were on vacation.
Well, that's bad. Okay. Well, that took a turn. Did you see that phone cord, though? It's like 40 feet long. I assume you're supposed to watch these in like small little chunks because this is like a whole act, it looks like. But watching this all together, it's got like these weird, like creepy moments that actually work better as a one giant act piece versus like small little pieces all spread out. Oh, I may still hit it. I thought you totally missed it, actually, but
Dad feels nostalgic. Dad remembers when he first met Cheryl. Oh,
Dad remembers when he had all his hair.
Cheryl, I love you. We were so young. We've been together for so long now. Feels like 5 eons. Cheryl used to kiss Dad on the cheek every day. Sometimes twice even. You sure do know how to kiss a cheek. Dad can feel her kiss now.
I mean, he's a simple man. He just wants a kiss. That's it. Oh, geez. You're letting him spiral.
Oh.
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 Go start your successful YouTube career. I want to see it. I mean, I know this is it, but and this guy has like hundreds of thousands of subscribers, so obviously he deserves it. This is definitely entertaining. That was interesting. Was that more of a like he like the concept of that he has to do everything versus you know, like it's like when you have a friend that is only your friend when you call them, not when you know, it's not like they don't call you often enough, that kind of a thing, that concept. So they're like a convenience friend, versus this one, yeah, kind of reminded me of that. Side note, I hate that vacuum cleaner. I worked as a carpet cleaner for a long time, and we had a vacuum similar to that.
Oh. What's this? Oh my.
Oh, okay, that kind of magazine.
Dad!
Why are you just leaving it out and about? What's wrong with you? Put that somewhere safe. Don't just leave it on the coffee table. Actually, there's a fun coffee table book you can get. It's like a Bo Burnham coffee table book or something like that. And it's like supposed to. It looks all innocent and everything until you open the book. Someone's happy because he's getting satisfaction from other places, huh?
Hey, Mom and Dad, can Griffin come over?
Daughter, you know the rule. You're not allowed to have boys come over until you reach a certain...
Yes, Griffin can come over.
Thanks, Mom.
Cheryl, I think we should talk about this first.
I think we should talk about this.
I swear, it's only for the cars in the articles.
Dad, I need to talk. I'm shutting down the server.
What? Why?
You know why. Dad's been bad.
What about my uploads? How will I become the #1 YouTuber? What about my special upload?
Don't ask me.
His OnlyFans account? Dad's got OnlyFans? Oh, God.
It's not up to me. You can upload again when you reach 5,000 subscribers.
Well, he's at 450,000 subscribers.
If that ever happens.
Well, maybe you should have thought of that before talk. Oh, look at that. It's already off. Is everyone ready to go to the park?
I'm ready. I'm bringing my sunglasses and wearing my favorite shorts.
I'm ready too. I'm bringing my favorite mom book.
Dad, are you ready?
Favorite mom book?
Honey?
Cheryl, what book is that?
Just a little fantasy story.
Okay. Dad has a fantasy.
What do you mean, honey?
5th gear, wide open.
What, Dad?
Nothing. Dad's just tired. He worked very hard yesterday
Wow.
for a very long time, and the server was acting up. Let's just go to the park.
It's okay.
What's the server reference? Is it like the YouTube server? Like when we upload? Because, yeah, that thing acts up all the time. If you ever do start a channel, anyone, at least for your first 5,000 to probably 25,000 subscribers, don't pay too much attention to the analytics. The only thing you should really care about is getting views, or more specifically, not just views. You want to listen to your. It depends on your type of channel. Reaction content's a little different, but if you're actually an actual channel, just listen to what your viewers say specifically, because I'll let you know. If reaction content's going to be 50-50, because at least 25% of your viewers are going to hate watch you just to downvote you. So just ignore your dislikes, because you're going to get that on every single video, even if you were a god reactor. If you're an awful reactor like me, you're going to get like 40% downvotes versus 25%. But, I just do this for fun. And to be yelled at by people who love Illuminati, or sorry, love to hate Illuminati in the comment section. But, that's apparently what I like.
Honey, we can talk about you.
Cheryl, get in the car. We're gonna have a fun time.
Oh, yeah. Good job, Dad. You're going to... This is like the worst possible way, and I've totally seen a lot of parents do this. There are plenty of parents who are like, under their breath, fight with each other the entire time of a fun trip, and just ruin the mood for everyone. I thought her arm was missing for a second there.
Dad? Daughter? Everyone must be out.
I thought that the guy chopping wood was the younger version of himself. And it might still be. She might be reminiscing about the past with this. Maybe. Maybe not. So she either has another guy, or she's reminiscing about the past. She really loves firewood, of that type of tree. There's a lot of things that could be going on here, but one that keeps pushing towards something else. Yeah, that the creepy version of Dad in the background wasn't great.
Feels confused. Mom has been acting really strange lately.
So,
What was she saying in the living room yesterday? And what was she holding?
Hey, Dad, how are you?
Oh, hey, neighbor.
okay. I guess it wasn't a reminiscing about the past. Hey, neighbor.
Dad doesn't feel great.
Why's that?
Mom's upset with Dad.
What did you do?
Dad didn't do anything. She found a magazine and it made her upset. But it's not mine.
Maybe it's neighbors. Wait, no, that's probably not right because he freaked out the moment that it popped up on the table. So unless it was like, the original like Playboys that were actually Playboys, and he's like he would have like denied it right off the bat. Why didn't he?
You sure it's not yours?
Yes. Dad's never even seen. Huh? I don't know. Maybe it is Dad's magazine. Wow. I guess it is Dad's magazine.
I don't know. That's pretty bad if you don't remember buying it. I don't know. Was it a setup? Oh, there's something wrong here.
Dad feels okay. Dad's had some time to think. Mom and Dad just need to have a talk. Dad'll explain to...
Was it Dad's magazine? Neighbor doesn't even shop true value. House children neighbor good at doesn't even count as a tool.
This reminds me of the there's that TV show where the couple are like carnivores. But it starts off at some point, right?
House children neighbor how real life's work. He gets real life true value. Dad expected. Who has nagged nag? Was it Dad's magazine? What's happening to Dad's life? Gotta clean this place up once and for all. Neighbor then shop true value.
This is like the mental gymnastics people go through as something chips away at them, right?
Dad's chores are done.
Gee. It was like the slow descent into madness for someone.
I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't sneak out tonight. Dad will be so mad. But all my friends sneak out and never get caught. Dad will be asleep by 10 anyway. But Mom's favorite images are on tonight.
But Mom doesn't seem to care.
She has wine. She'll be out before the TV even.
It wasn't just a bottle, it's a whole box of wine.
And boots up.
Is it like 20 glasses? Oh. I wonder if Dad's gonna come across the wine and drink it.
Wow, imagine taking that dolly for a spin. Family would really think I'm cool moving the refrigerator with that. Maybe even die.
Oh yeah, when I first moved into my house, I was like the most exciting thing throughout the week was trash day. I'm like, oh yeah, it's trash day. I can throw out all these boxes. Oh God. Followed by where I used to live, there was something called bulk trash pickup, and every 5 weeks you could throw away like an entire like 10 by 5 foot area of trash. It was great. Where I currently live, it took almost a year to get rid of just the moving boxes. And I was too lazy to call cut junk, so half my garage was filled with just these boxes, which I'm pretty sure was a fire hazard.
Ian would notice. Look at the watts on those light bulbs. I could see through to another dimension with those babies. True Value sure does have it all.
It's like the Harbor Freight magazine.
I could build my own shed with a little help from True Value. My shed would crush neighbor's shed. Someday, Dad will have the greatest shed in the neighborhood in the universe.
Yeah, my whole goal is to get a hot tub.
Only has a cheap axe. What else could he possibly have in that pathetic shed?
Step on it? No. Oh, it's on the table. It's on the table. Okay. No, you're gonna damage your table. Look at that damage. Horrible. So, my wife is into collecting like dolls and things like that, like the vintage ones. And I went to one of her doll shop club meeting or whatever's once, and I was standing around just looking at stuff, and there was a bunch of furniture and stuff. I was like, oh, these aren't that expensive, and I was talking to the owner. He's like, nah, he's like, it's the equivalent of buying a regular furniture set. I'm like, what do you mean? I'm like, it says $334 for that wicker thing, and I was thinking $3.34. He's like, no, that's $334 for a single like wicker chair that's like this big. And I'm like, wait, what? He's like, oh yeah. He's like, doll furniture costs on average more than regular furniture. They had dollhouses they were working on in that shop that were in excess of $200,000 for a dollhouse. And I'm like, oh. He's like, oh yeah. He's like, see this pot and pan set? He's like, yeah, this is almost $2,000. And it's just like a mini pot and pan set. I'm like, what? He's like, well, okay, to be fair, this set's like 180 years old, so that's part of it. I'm like, oh, okay. But I'm like, geez. Yeah, I don't even want to tell you the prices of some of the dolls in that place. It was like a museum. Dad might be doing something crazy, and I feel bad for his family, kind of. Well,
Dad loves Mom. Dad loves Mom.
no, I'm not gonna say anything.
Dad loves. Dad loves.
So is that red orb supposed to signify his true thoughts?
Diane. Ella.
Is he going to go back to the beginning where he actually tries to make a much bigger effort? Because it looks like everyone in this family kind of just doesn't make an effort. Okay. It's going to superimpose him into a sci-fi show. Or is he just supposed to be standing outside his house and this is actually the future kind of a thing, deal? That ending really confused the heck out of me. Dad feels good lyric video. Okay, that's pretty funny. Uh, so I'm a little confused at the end there, but it just kind of felt like this whole family just never made an effort with each other. I'm sure it didn't start out like that. It's kind of how a lot of families work, and it starts off really good, and then over the years, everyone just stops, starts focusing specifically on themselves, which can be good, can be bad. It's an interesting concept to kind of watch it happen in like real time. So yeah, that was a good video. Definitely a nice little difference between what we normally watch on the channel. We also have another song from Stupendium coming up, and maybe a Dan Bull song, but I gotta be careful of Dan's songs because he automatically copyright strikes, or not strikes, claims all of them, which is fine. It's just it takes longer to clear. Anyway, but yeah, we'll probably do the second one a little bit later today, and we'll do the whole complete act versus just the little parts. All right, see you guys later.